First question, actually I had two questions and these kind of go together, so I'm just going to lump them together. The first one, what's the best heart rate monitor to use? And do I add calories lost during exercise back into my calorie intake? All right, so when you're adding calories back, you're measuring your expenditure, right? How many calories you burned. And to do that, most of you are using a heart rate monitor. So the only problem, this answer is probably going to shock a lot of you, but I don't use heart rate monitors. I've just never liked it. I've just always felt like when I go in my workout, I'm going as hard as I can go, and I'm doing that 5 or 6 days a week, and whatever happens, happens. Not to mention the fact that you guys cannot accurately measure expenditure. So your heart rate monitors, I'm sorry to tell you, they are off. And sometimes they can be up to 50% off. So you guys are using this equation where you're taking your calories burned from your workout and your calories burned for the rest of the day minus the calories you're eating, and you're coming up with your deficit. The only problem is your expenditure, the amount of calories you burn during your workout, is oftentimes way off. So that number is going to be different, and you're not going to be able to accurately predict your deficit. So it's going to throw everything else off. So we want to look at intake, expenditure, and results, right? And since expenditure sucks, we can't determine what the expenditure is or accurately determine what the expenditure is. Let's just look at intake and results. All right, if you look at those two things, you're going to be fine. So you know what your intake is because you're going to be using MyFitnessPal. You're going to be tracking your calories, tracking your macros. You're going to be able to determine what your results are because you're going to be measuring yourself and getting on the scale. If you're not seeing results, then bring down your intake, okay? And that's very simple to do because you know you can control what your intake is and you know it's accurate. So if you're not getting results, bring down your intake if fat loss is your goal. As you bring it down, you should see results if your expenditure is the same. So you want to make sure that you're doing, the workouts 5-6 days a week. And then, so the only thing you want to be careful with is not to bring your intake down too low because we don't want to slow your metabolism and ruin your metabolism. So a general rule for females working out 5 to 6 days a week, you should never be under 1,300 calories a day for fat loss. If you're eating 1,300 calories a day, working out 5 to 6 days a week, and you're a female and you're not losing weight, you have metabolic damage, you need to reverse diet. So rather than explain all that to you here and now, you can email me or your coach and we'll work out a plan to reverse diet if that fits you. If you're a male, you don't want it below that 2,000 calories probably, 1,900, 2,000 calories. Anything below that, if you're not seeing results, you need to reverse diet also and repair your metabolism. So just get a hold of me. But again, intake, expenditure, progress. Expenditure, you're not going to really know. So for me, the heart rate monitors, I can't tell you my favorite heart rate monitor because I just don't use them because they don't help me. Now, some people, they help motivate, but as we always say, your workouts need to have a bigger goal than just calorie burn. Number one, it's not going to be very accurate. Number two, that gets boring if you're just working out to burn calories, a certain amount of calories every day. You need to be working out with goals.